As an in-ring performer for WWE, Triple H was unmatched. There have been 14 different WWE World Championships won by the game. The promotion, which is located in Stamford, now employs him as its chief content officer. The legendary wrestler had a fruitful performing career, but he was also embroiled in a number of scandals. At the same time, in the Mr. McMahon documentary series on Netflix, his wife Stephanie McMahon offered her thoughts on the now infamous curtain call event. When Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall broke character in front of a live audience at Madison Square Garden in May 1996, it exposed the wrestling industry. Notably, after the event, Nash and Hall were supposed to leave the promotion. Vince, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon's responses are seen in the third installment of the documentary, which recounts the occurrence. The billionaire princess said she was taken aback and worried her father would be so furious. Stephanie said that she had mixed emotions about it, saying that she eventually saw how wrong it was. The action resulted in punishment for Triple H later on. Before Stone Cold Steve Austin won the King of the Ring tournament, he was supposed to be the champion. However, he was ousted in the first round. Drama, both on and off the mat, is par for the course in the professional wrestling industry. But when the scandal gets to the top echelons of WWE's hierarchy, it becomes about more than just the sport. It becomes a topic of public fascination. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are a power couple in WWE, and they have recently been the center of a big scandal that has the media and fans talking. The very mention of Stephanie McMahon's name conjures images of WWE grandeur. Stephanie has spent her whole life in the limelight of the wrestling business, being the daughter of Vince McMahon, the former CEO of WWE, and the wife of wrestling great Paul Levesque, better known as Triple H. Over the years, she and Triple H have been pivotal characters in determining WWE's trajectory and success. Unfortunately, they have found themselves embroiled in a scandal that none of them could have foreseen, and it has the potential to change the legacy they have worked so hard to establish. "Oh, I know how wrong this is," Stephanie McMahon said candidly in an interview. Fans and professionals in the business are still trying to make sense of what has quickly become one of the most talked about events in recent WWE history, and just that one remark has sparked waves of conjecture. If this scandal has rocked WWE to its core, then what is it, and why is it so significant? The leadership of WWE and a number of choices made about the company's artistic direction are at the heart of the debate. There was a long-held belief that Triple H would one day become WWE's ruler. His work with WWE's developmental brand NXT garnered him a lot of accolades for showcasing up-and-coming wrestlers and for producing highly renowned bouts. The general public had high hopes that Triple H would take over as WWE CEO after Vince McMahon's retirement. But the change in leadership at WWE has been rocky to say the least. To the delight of fans, Triple H assumed creative control of the organization after Vince McMahon's short departure due to his personal troubles. Unfortunately, a string of mistakes made by Triple H caused a huge uproar among WWE fans and employees, just as the company seemed to be embarking on a new era. Allegations surfaced of creative disagreements and backstage tensions, with certain high-profile performers reportedly feeling their roles were being downplayed or ignored by Triple H's new direction for the organization. Many longtime WWE employees, including those who were considered loyal to the previous administration, left, leading many to believe that Triple H was attempting an unpopular organizational revamp. In the midst of all this turmoil, Stephanie McMahon was stuck in that terrible situation where she had to choose between being faithful to her husband and carrying out her duties as an executive leader of WWE. During a private meeting, Stephanie allegedly exclaimed, "Oh, I know how wrong this is," as she acknowledged the increasing discontent among WWE's employees and roster. Many saw it as an unusual display of emotion from a businesswoman who is usually seen as cool and collected. The revelation that Triple H had made many contentious creative choices without properly engaging important people inside WWE's business structure only served to heighten the situation. Dealing with longtime WWE superstars who had helped the organization through tough times was one of the most important considerations. These wrestlers, who had been the main attractions on WWE's marquee programs, were abruptly given smaller parts or cut off the show completely. The shift in focus was immediately apparent to the audience. Younger wrestlers from Triple H's passion projects, NXT, were displacing more famous ones who had been engaged in significant storylines. Some thought the change would revitalize WWE, while others regarded it as an affront to the company's longtime employees who had contributed much. Stephanie, who has a keen eye for balancing WWE's commercial goals with its artistic direction, allegedly voiced her worries about the way fans and WWE employees were interpreting these moves. In a private confrontation, she reportedly told Triple H, "I know how wrong this is." This happened, according to those involved. The individuals who have established this firm cannot be simply ignored. Stephanie and Triple H's marriage has been characterized by mutual respect and a common vision for WWE's future, so their disagreement was a rare event. However, the stakes are bigger than they have ever been before, as WWE is under scrutiny from all quarters, including the public, creatives, and the media. The issue really took off after news of the backstage conflicts made it to the press. Some fans vented their anger on social media, accusing Triple H of ignoring the experienced talent's efforts. Some spoke out in his defense, saying that WWE needed his vision to adapt to the changing market. While her husband made choices, Stephanie had to walk a fine line between standing by him and protecting WWE's reputation. In interviews, she admitted that WWE's reforms were tough for everyone, but she maintained her stance that the corporation had to evolve if it wanted to stay in business. Allegedly, Stephanie once informed a gathering of WWE officials, "We'll own up to them. We've made mistakes." However, WWE's capacity to adapt is crucial to the company's survival. This does not imply erasing previous achievements, but rather expanding upon them. Despite its polite tone, this statement revealed the continuing power struggle among WWE's top brass. The creative direction dispute at WWE has shown weaknesses in Stephanie and Triple H's attitude to the future of the business, despite the fact that they have always been seen as a unified front. Their marriage is important, but what really matters is the legacy they want to leave WWE's guardians. Fans have had a unique look at the personal interactions between Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, beyond the business and creative choices. Thanks to this dispute, it is easy to lose sight of the fact that the individuals in charge of WWE are human beings dealing with genuine feelings, problems, and disputes, in a world where kayfabe, the representation of stories as true, often blends with reality. The portrayal of Stephanie and Triple H as the epitome of a power couple in WWE has persisted for quite some time. Their on-screen personalities often mirror the impact they have in the real world at work. The development of this debate, however, has shown that not even the most powerful spouses are immune to conflict. "Oh, I know how wrong this is," Stephanie said, revealing a great deal about her comprehension of the intricate web that is WWE. She clearly considers the repercussions of actions, especially when they originate from her spouse, even if he is quite close to her.